Welcome back to the Mediabox, PACE President Theodoros Rousopoulos.
Thank you, dear Chris.
It's been another busy week, so we've got a lot to get through, starting off with a re-election here at PACE.
I don't know if it was more busy than interesting. It was interesting, for sure. The re-election of Despinas Hadjivasiliou, Dr. Hadjivasiliou, is re-elected for a new term, unanimously, the only candidate. So it looks like my colleagues have appreciated in this high political position, Despina did an excellent job, and she's going to continue, and I wish her all the best.
In terms of what's been going on the floor here in the Assembly, I guess a lot of different things have been passed, but there's kind of a theme that runs through a lot of what's happened this week, namely threats to journalism and press freedom.
So I may be accused that as a former journalist, I imposed something, but I didn't do. I had this idea early summer. I met with the Cultural Committee and I have proposed them to initiate the Victory for Victoria Day. Victoria Rosina, a journalist of 27 years old, was detained and then tortured and then killed in Russian prisons. So Victory for Victoria is a reality. The 1st of October every year we will commemorate those journalists who have given their lives or they have put all effort in servicing the truth and journalism. Then I'm really glad that the jury of the Václav Havel that I preside ex officio as the President of the Assembly accepted my proposal to take a look to the files of journalists who were candidates. So we had only journalists as candidates, and it is Maksym Butkevych, the journalist from Ukraine who left journalism. He went to fight in the front line, who was awarded with this. My argumentation is that if you take a look to the data, you will see that the last 2 years were the most devastating years for journalism ever. Not even in the Second World War, in the war in Vietnam, in the Gulf War, in everywhere, in Yugoslavia. We never had so many victims. Killed journalists. In Gaza, we have a lot of journalists who are killed. We have journalists in detain, and then we have all this fear about speaking free. So we need to support and to boost journalists to do their job. So it was the big issue, in my opinion, and it attracted a lot of interest from all our member states and especially from media. If I may, I would like to add that this was marked by the decision of the Assembly to accept the platform for the Russian Democratic Forces. So we initiated a new platform. People who are belonging to this platform are those Russians who are in exile and they are against Putin's regime. It is equally important to the rest of the issues that I have mentioned that Bulgaria closed the post-monitoring after so many years, and I'm really happy that this period, which lasted for long, now has taken an end. That doesn't mean that Bulgaria will not be scrutinized like we, all member states are, all countries. And of course, if I may, dear Chris, I would like to add a few words on an issue that is worrying me very much. I'm talking about the Human Rights Convention. All member states need to make tangible progress in the execution of the judgments of the Human Rights Court. And I see that it is a wave of voices of populism who are presenting the convention as an obstacle instead of presenting the convention as an opportunity to preserve democracy. This is something that worries me, and I believe that the Assembly will stand by the principles of the convention, which this year is celebrating its 75th anniversary.
Theodoros Rousopoulos, thank you.
Thank you, Chris.